Assalamu alaikum. ATP Part 2 Art students. I am Mrs. Munazza with yet another video lesson on The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Students, in the previous lesson, I had introduced you with the novel. Over here, in this session, in this video, we are going to go through the first portion of the novel. But before we start our study of the first part of the novel, let me introduce to you the main characters of the novel. Santiago, here's the list of the characters which I have written over there on this slide. Santiago. Santiago is the central figure. He is the hero of the novel. He is the character around whom the whole novel revolves. By profession, he is a fisherman. He was not a young man, he was old. So Santiago was an old fisherman. He used to fish in Gulf Stream near Cuba. Then there is another character, a young boy. His name is Manolin. He was the boy whom Santiago had taught how to fish. He had been associated with Santiago for some time, but due to some reasons which we are going to discuss later, Manolin was forced by his parents to join the boat of some other fishermen. Then the marlin. Well, the marlin is the large fish which was hooked and killed by the hero of the novel. This marlin is also a main character of the novel. This marlin possesses almost, or rather most of the qualities which the novelist Hemingway has given to his hero Santiago and which he celebrates. Then the sharks. Yes, students, this novel has got characters, the fish and now the sharks. Sharks are also an important character. These are the sharks are those fish which attacked and ate up the flesh of the marlin, which the old man had hooked and killed with great difficulty. Okay, so there are these sharks, and these are the sharks, and with these sharks, old man had fought in an effort to save his prey, to save his achievement, the marlin. Then the sea. Some critics say that the sea is also a character in the novel. The sea provides not only livelihood to the fisherman, but it also poses dangers. It also poses threats to the fisherman. Students, we will be discussing all these main characters in our subsequent video lessons. The purpose of this slide was to introduce you with the main characters of the novel. Now, the title of the novel, The Old Man and the Sea. The title is quite significant. The Old Man and the Sea. It is the construction. If you look at the construction of this phrase, it has a parallel construction. The old man versus the sea. In fact, the old man, that is Santiago, in this novel goes through great physical and spiritual struggle. He goes on an adventure of his life. He faces the challenge of his life, that is to hook and kill a big fish to restore his prestige, which was being clouded by his inability to catch a fish for some days. So, the old man and the sea. Then the title is significant. It also, in this sense, and then it also throws light on the relationship of the old man with the sea creatures, and with the boy, the owner of the terrace, and other fishermen. Because this old man stays on sea when he is in search of his fish, and then he comes back on land to rest among the company of other fishermen. So the title of the novel is very significant. Moving on to the next slide. Here, I have, for the sake of convenience, students, we can divide the whole novel into three parts. It would be easy for us to divide the novel and then read the novel this way. The three parts of the novel are: the first part is the introduction to the old man, the boy, and their interest. Now, this part begins from the very beginning of the novel, and it ends when the old man goes on for fishing on the 85th day. The second part is his fight with the fish and his success of killing the marlin. It is the point when the old man has achieved his aim. It is the point when Santiago has realized the dream of his dream. Then the third part deals with Santiago's fight with the sharks, and it continues till the ending of the novel. Now, this division is for the sake of our convenience for reading the novel. It would help us to understand a novel better. Now, the summary of the first part of the novel. I have written down a few points over here. You may copy them down and then elaborate them. Santiago, the Cuban fisherman, is introduced on the very first page of the novel. The second paragraph, I am reading it out for you. Please open your books on the very first page of the novel. It is his physical appearance which is first communicated to us, and then the inner strength, the strength of his soul has been highlighted. We are told the old man was thin and gaunt with deep wrinkles in the back of his neck. The brown blotches of the benevolent skin cancer the sun brings from its reflection on the tropic sea were on his cheeks. The blotches ran well down the sides of his face, and his hands had the deep creased scars from handling heavy fish on the cords. But none of these scars were fresh. They were as old as erosions in a fishless desert. Everything about him was old except his eyes, and they were the same color as the sea, and were cheerful and undefeated. So, this is the physical as well as the description of the old man, as well as it throws light on the inner strength of the old man. And this inner strength the old man would be exhibiting in the second part and the third part of the novel. Okay, so as we have gone as I have given as I had given you the gist of the novel in the previous video lecture. Here I don't think that we need that once again. But for the sake of your convenience, I would like to recall you that Santiago was a very skillful fisherman, and he had failed to catch a single fish for the last 84 days as the novel begins. And the old man is talking with Manolin. He's planning for for his adventure on the very next day, which would be the 85th day, and he's telling Manolin that 85 is a lucky number, and he was expecting to catch a big fish that day. Okay, remember, girls, that and this is what we are being told in this chapter. Now, this conversation of the old man with the boy, in fact, throws light on one of the characteristics of Santiago, and that is his optimism, okay, which is the second point, the bullet point on this slide. Now, optimism, what does optimism mean? Do you know the meaning of optimism? Well, I'll tell you. Optimism means hopefulness. When a person is hopeful, it is called he is called optimistic. Okay, so hopefulness. An old man, though he has not catch a single fish for 84 days, yet he was not dejected. Okay, now the attitude of the other fishermen towards Santiago has also been communicated over here in this part of the novel. We are told that other fishermen, especially the younger one, they made, it's on page number 2, they made fun of the old man, but the old man was not angry. And the older fishermen looked at him and were sad, but they did not show it. They talked politely to him. So the younger fishermen, they made fun of the old man for being unable to catch a fish, whereas the elder fishermen, who knew that this Santiago, this old fisherman, this friend of theirs, this colleague of theirs, knew many tricks, was really experienced. They respected him for his fishing skill, and they took care not to hurt him in any ways. Then, regarding the interest of both the Manolin and Santiago, we are told that they used to talk about baseball. Baseball was the topic about which both of them used to take interest, and it was this man, DiMaggio. The old man would tell Manolin, and he would tell Manolin that DiMaggio was a great baseball champion, and he also talked about Magro, who was a baseball manager. The old man and the boy, they talked about food, fishing, and the lucky number 85. As the next day, the old man was going on his fishing expedition, hopefully after 84 days of unlucky or unsuccessful fishing. So this is what they talk about, and this is the baseball was the common point of interest between them as well. Now coming to the relationship with the boy. Now Manolin was a very young boy when he got attached with the boat of the old man, and he was taught fishing. He was taught how to fish by this old man, by Santiago, and because of this, the boy, he respected this old man. He remained loyal to the old man, even though during these 84 days, when the old man failed to catch fish, the parents of the Madeline had forced him to leave the old man's boat and join the boat of some other fishermen. And it was the boy. He had quite reluctantly given in to the wish of his father. And the old man, that is Santiago, he regarded with respect the boy, and he told him that if you were my boy, I would take you out and gamble. But you are your father's and your mother's, and you are in a lucky boat. So, Madeline, who had though joined another boat on the orders of his father, he still retained his relationship with the old man. He still regarded him as the best fisherman. He still loved him. He remained loyal to him, despite the fact that the parents of the boy had called old man an unlucky fellow. This boy, he used to come to the old man. He used to bring him beer from the terrace, and the terrace was the restaurant over there. And he also offered old man small fish, sardines, and other bait for his fishing the next day. And the old man, he first refused, and then he told the boy that he could bring him sardines, but those sardines should not be stolen from the boat of other fishermen, to which the boy agreed to. The boy liked the old man very much, so much that he called him that there are, I'm reading from the textbook, there are many good fishermen and some great ones, but there is only one you. And the old man, he also knew, he was also very confident a man. He knew that he was a very skillful person, and he told the Madeline that this was because he knew many tricks and had resolution, determination. And he also told Madeline that he would be definitely getting a big fish the next day. Then both of them parted, and the old man during his sleep, the old man dreamt of lions, sea lions. Okay, not the lions which are found in forest. He dreamt of lions. Now, girls, when the boy had gone, the old man dreamt of the African beaches where he had been when he was a boy, and there in the sunlight, he had seen sea lions, and now in his old age, when he's planning to go on his fishing expedition, he dreamed of the lions. And it is very significant. It's very significant dreaming, because the dreams of the old men are symbolic. I'm going to discuss this point with you on the next slide. The old man we are told that old men no longer dreamed of stones, nor of women, nor of great reference, nor of great fish, nor fights, nor contests of strength, nor of his wife. He only dreamed of places now and of the lions on the beaches. Okay. Now the story, the first part comes to an end, And we come to know from the reading of this part that the old man has now planned, and the old man had planned to go deeper into the sea all alone to catch a big fish, to restore his prestige, to remove the tag of fellow that is unlucky unlucky that had come to be attached to him. Now, techniques used in the first part of the noun. The first technique, which is symbolism, is quite evident. As I have told, symbolism, what is symbolism? Can you tell me what is symbolism? You must have had done a poetry in part one, and there you must have had been introduced with this literary device, symbolism. Symbolism So, the symbolism means to represent ideas or qualities using symbols. Now, ideas or qualities, for example, the strength of a person could be symbolized by saying that he has iron muscles. Okay, here in this part, symbolism has been used. These three lines are symbolic. The character of Manolan is symbolic. Okay. Now, Manolan is a symbol of youth. Old man is old. He is physically weak. He is not that much strong, and that's why he has mentioned that though he may be physically weak, but he knows many tricks, fishing tricks, and with the help of which he would be able to catch a big fish. But so Madeline, the boy who is young, is a symbol of youth. The old man, at times, when he is physically drained, he yawns of youthful energy, and at those times, he looked upon the boy Madeline. He thought about him. Then then the lions. The lions are also the symbol of strength. They are not the figure. They are not the symbol of youth definitely, but they are the symbol of vigor and strength. Now, whenever the old man felt that he wanted he wanted strength, he wanted to be strong, he dreamt of the sea lions, the lions which we had seen on the African beach. Now, his dreaming of these lines before his great expedition signifies that he wanted to have the strength. He wanted to have the strength to catch the fish, real big fish, which he planned, the real big fish the next day. Then pathos. Pathos is another. What is pathos? Pathos means the feeling of sorrow. Now, we can feel sorry for Santiago in the situation in which he has been placed by the writer, by the novelist. He had been unable to catch a fish for 84 days. Manonen's parents had told Manonen that the old man was unlucky, salon, and the sail of his boat looked to others like the flag of permanent defeat. So the old man, these are the two techniques, so these are the 2 points which we note in this portion of the novel. The whole novel can be read as a parable or as an allegory, but we will when we will be discussing the story of the novel with this angle, then we would be discerning symbolism in the character of the old man, in the character or in his dream of catching a big fish the next day. So I hope, students, you have understood the first part of the novel. You have understood very well the story and the techniques. The most important technique is used in the first part of the novel. Now, what you should do is go through the first part of the novel, read the text, learn the difficult words, try to find out whatever you have been told or whatever we have discussed over here. Try to find out the optimism of the old man, which is stated in the first part of the novel. Try to find out the relationship of Manuel in the dialogues, which throw light on the relationship of the old man with the boy, and jot them down because uh, because it is going to be really beneficial for you. And another thing which you should do is to write down the summary of the first part of the novel. It is going to be really helpful for attempting questions. Definitely, we would be doing question answers on the novel in our subsequent lectures, but right now, your assignment is to read the text and write down the summary of the first part of the novel. Thank you. Thank you.